All right, we are back at halftime at homecoming. South Fayette leads at 21-6, and we are about to crown the homecoming queen and king for 2019. Our queen and king from last year are here. J.C. Bowser, who doubled his kicker and homecoming queen a year ago, is down there standing with Jamie Duncan, both winners from a year ago, and they are going to crown our homecoming winners this season. And there is Jamie and JC. So now we're going to do the homecoming king. And the winner is... It's Johnny Christ. We have another football player. Last year was the first time ever a football player was homecoming queen. This has been the more traditional way to go as Jamie Duncan puts the crown on Johnny. Of course, he will have to remove that and put his helmet on. And now the homecoming queen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Another drum roll Bill Heasley calls for. There you go. That's power right there. Carol Lehue is the homecoming queen. So there you go. Johnny Christ and Carol Lehue, they walked out together. They're going to walk out together. This is kind of how this goes. So congratulations to those two. Our homecoming king and queen for 2019, Johnny Christ and Carol Lehue. Well, we'll just follow them around while we give you the halftime stats, why don't we? Another great night here at Highlands for homecoming. Halftime stats are brought to you by Grand Affair Catering, 724-224-4444. They provide the pregame meal for the team, and they're available for any of your catering needs. As you can see, they are now, Johnny and Kara are out there to greet their subjects. Halftime stats here with South Fayette leading it. They out first down, Highlands 10-6. Rushing was not much either way. Highlands had 49, a good first half for Brock White. 25 for South Fayette, but South Fayette with the passing numbers, 185 for Naman Alameda and 72 for Highlands. Total yards, 210 to 121. Third down's not much to choose from. 2 for 6 for Highlands, 2 for 5 for the Lions. Penalties were low, 2 for 10, South Fayette. Highlands 2 for 20, but that big 15-yarder against Johnny Christ. They said he led with the head, was what the referees said. I think the video will show that that didn't happen. Turnovers, one big one for Highlands led to a South Fayette touchdown, none for South Fayette. And time of possession was 6 seconds different. 12:03 for the Rams, 11:57 for the Lions. Quickly, some individual numbers in that first half. Chandler Timmons was 6 for 11, 72 yards. Naman Alameda, 15 for 23, 185, and 2 touchdowns. Their leading rusher was Andrew Franklin, 9 for 25. Brock White, 12 carries, 45 yards. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout as the band plays us out. At halftime at Highlands on homecoming, South Fayette leads at 21-6. We'll be back with the second half, and it's coming up right after this. All right. You see the story. Highlands trailing at 21-6 at the break. They will get the football here to start the second half. Dean, some thoughts there?
Yeah, Mike, I just thought the big turnover, the ending one of the first half, really killed the momentum for the Golden Rams. They get a chance to get a first down, trailing 14-6. Next thing you know, they're down 21-6, and that's where we stand here at the half. Good news, Golden Rams get the ball.
Other games tonight, Newcastle is leading Knock 8-7 at halftime. If that holds up, Knock's going to be in trouble. They start out 5-0 and may not make the playoffs at all. So you need to keep an eye on that. If they end up in a tie with Montour, they're not going to make it because Montour beat them in overtime. Also, Leechburg's beating Amani Christian at halftime. It keeps Leechburg alive. It's setting up the last week, Leechburg against Springdale, for the last spot in the Eastern Conference and a chance for Leechburg to actually get in.
That'd be something.
And here's the kickoff. The Rams have done well on these to the 11-yard line. This is Brock White, 20, 30, and out to the 32-yard line, wrapped up and brought down by Hayden Litwinovich. It'll be first down for Highlands.
And again, the Golden Rams have to get something started here, Mike. South Fayette, as you mentioned, 65 games in a row in conference. Who was the last team to beat them?
Seton LaSalle in 2011. That's also the last regular season game that they lost up until the last 2 years when they lost to Upper St. Clair to start the season. And it's Upper St. Clair's, what, 5A? Because there's only 9 6A teams. First and 10. Timmons pumps, fires. Kreis on a curl. Comes back, and here he comes to the sideline. Puts a man down, gets over the 45, and knocked down at the 48-yard line.
Good start to the second half for Johnny.
16 yards. First down, Highlands.
And that puts Chandler at 89 yards on the night.
And 88 for Kreis on 4 catches.
And the Golden Rams in good field position.
Timmons again, short drop, fires into a crowd, and it's amazing that no one caught that.
Yeah. There's 5 guys in
that's like the 90% air rule with hitting the ball into a tree on the golf course. That's exactly what that kind of was right there.
Well, Brock and Johnny were in the same spot, and they're talking amongst themselves there, Mike. Obviously something was amiss in the route they ran. Can't have 2 guys that close together, or that's going to happen.
Second and 10. Timmons gives it to White this time, tries to get outside to the right, turns his shoulders and gets it to the 50-yard line, and maybe nudges it just inside the 50. Quentin Franklin, the big senior defensive tackle, along with Eli Snyder, make the stop, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Highlands.
Johnny now out on the island. Usually they've been running him tight. Brian McGuire on the coverage. Let's see what happens here. They'll go for Johnny or not. McGuire, 6 foot, so Johnny has a 5-inch height advantage there.
Timmons back, throws it, and it's caught by Loveland. 45, makes a man miss and gets close. He's going to be short, but the Rams can go for this. He's down at the 42.5-yard line. He's a yard short.
That ball was in the air for a long time.
Kind of was. Yeah. 4th down and a long one.
8-yard pickup there. Highland's going to go for it here, Mike.
Yeah, pretty much have no choice.
Yeah.
Trying to draw him off, it looks like. Chandler with the hard count. Now he looks over for the play. 16 seconds on the play clock. Game clock to 10 minutes. 5 seconds on the play clock.
Keep showing that linebacker. He fires.
On a slant. It's good to Loveland. That's a first down to the 36-yard line.
And they threw that ball right behind the blitzing linebacker, Mike. Nice call that time.
6-yard gain. First down, Highlands.
And it puts Chandler over the 100-yard mark with 103 yards passing. 9 for 15 so far.
Exactly what I have. That's almost impossible that our numbers are adding up. The Whalen's here tonight. He was down checking them out too. First down, Rams on the South Fayette 36. Trailing 21-6. And Timmons is back. He's going to throw to takeoff to Kreis. Down the sideline. Oh, he almost pulled it in with one hand. And out of bounds he goes. He was covered down there by Tristan Badillion. Charlie Rossi, I don't believe, has come back into this game. He went down injured, tangled up with Johnny Kreis in the first half, and we have not seen Charlie back. That'll be a big loss for them if he's out for any length of time.
You said Johnny went up one-handed. There was a reason, Mike. He only had one hand.
Because one was being held?
Right. Badillion 5'10".
I told the fans at halftime, you weren't in here, and I'll tell you that the officials had leading with the head on the penalty to Kreis, which when they look at the film, I don't think they're going to see that. Yeah. But it happens fast down there. Here's White, and he dances a little bit in the backfield, and there was nowhere to go. It's one of the first times tonight we've seen a lot of white shirts in the backfield. And Brock ran into the big stone wall of South Fayette Lions for a loss back to the 41.
15 carries, 45 yards for Brock, averaging 3 yards a carry.
3rd and 15 now for Highlands. Clock's at 8:45, 3rd quarter, and the Rams trailing at 21-6.
Timmons going deep.
And he's going deep, and Kreis is down there. He pulled it in. What a catch at the 10-yard line by Johnny Kreis. A circus catch.
And remember, he's wearing that crown underneath the helmet there.
He is. He has to give that up, I thought.
He was our homecoming king, and 2 big catches here in the second half.
29 yards.
Puts it right outside the 10-yard line at the 11. How does he get a first down without making a touchdown?
1st and 10 for the Rams, trying to punch this in and make this a ball game.
They'll go for 2 if they make it, Mike.
They're going to run a jet sweep to Loveland, and they got this one covered. Tries to get to the corner, and he's brought down back at the 16-yard line. Well done by Logan Yater. We have a flag down way behind the play. If this is on Highlands, this is really going to hurt.
Yeah, Mike, it looked like it might be holding.
They threw it right at Johnny Christ's feet. Johnny's pointing the South Fayette way. Let's see. Let's see if Johnny's a good ref.
Yeah, guess what? The South Fayette kids are putting their hands
pointing
up. Yeah.
He could have a low block or something. Mike Gaffney's the ref. Let's get the call from Mike. He's coming out here. Personal foul against South Fayette, a half the distance call. Will take the ball to the 6-yard line and be 1st and goal for Highlands.
Yes, doesn't have a Johnny on that left side, Mike, away from the play.
Be the 8-yard line, they'll put it, and it's 1st and goal for the Rams. So wipe the play out, and Johnny is a good official. He called that. Obviously, it happened to him.
Yeah, tight formation now for the Rams.
The tailback is white, but there's not much running room. And he gets maybe a yard down to the 7-yard line. Zach Blank, the senior, made the tackle, but there's another flag down. Things are getting kind of crazy out there.
Chippy, to say the least. Johnny's backing up our team.
Rams are clapping. Let's see. This is a type of game that South Fayette not used to. They haven't been in many close ones. It's an unsportsmanlike on South Fayette. That'll put it at the 4. And 1st and goal some more.
Head linesman is John Vernier. The umpires Ed Marco, field judge Alexander Rowan, and the side judge is Eric Akins.
And Joe,
I think he should call
Joe Rossi calling timeouts. He wants to settle his boys down here.
Yep. Read him the riot act. Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph proudly welcome Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. Served the AK Valley for decades, the Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. The market up 465 points today.
You talk about a roller coaster.
Well, Mr. Trump, President Trump, decided to make a deal with China. A little bone with China. And that made the market go up. You can't.
Did that help the NBA at all?
Yeah, well, the government, that's a whole different ballgame. The government is related to the markets. They always said the government sneezes, the market gets a cold. Well, you don't want to mess around with all that. How about getting 3.65 guaranteed on your money? Joe and Joe always know they're selling those annuities. Put your money to work for you. Go to sleep every night with 3.65 in your pocket. Located 2318 Freeport Road, next to the Donut Connection. Call them today at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? The Lucchino Financial Services help you today. Joe and Joe always know.
It's 1st and goal at the 4 after the 2 consecutive penalties, and Timmons going to throw it. Touchdown, Highlands. Here's Johnny.
Great slant move that time by Johnny. Pays off in a second. Highlands touchdown through the air.
4 yards and a Highlands touchdown, and all of a sudden it's 21-12.
Got to go for 2 here. Let's see if we're supposed to go for 2.
Good throw by Chandler. They are going to go for 2.
Going to get the chart out. Bill Heasley laminated for us many years ago.
There we go.
Down 9. If you trail by 9, you go for 2. There it is right there. That's what we're going to do.
Second time that Timmons hooked up with Christ. The Rams 0 for 1 on 2-point conversions this year. Timmons going to throw it to Loveland. Loveland can't get there as he's brought down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, that's a bad break, Mike, because now we have to really chase for 2 scores down.
7:28 left of the third quarter. It's South Fayette 21 and Highlands 12. I was talking about South Fayette, Dean, about their games this year. Their first game they lost 27-13 to Upper St. Clair. Since then, 55-6, 37-21, that's Newcastle, 49-0, 49-14, 34-14, that's Blackhawk, and 42-7 against Knock. They haven't been in very many close games.
Yeah, Mike, and that brings up the question of, where are they going to end up later on? Had questions about realignment, and realignment numbers are due at the end of this month. And the PIA releases their classifications at the end of the year. What's going to be interesting is what happens at WPL. They're going to make their decision. First off, do we play 4 or 6 classifications in football and then revise from there? So South Fayette, Mike, a lot of people are saying they're going to jump up all the way to 6A. Wow. Yeah, well.
But remember back when we were in 4 classes, when we were in doubles, so were they. And that was just 4 years ago.
Yeah, they jumped 2 in the last classification. They went from 2 to 4.
That's not as good as Pine Ridge. They were once in A, and they're now in 6.
And they would be. They went through them all.
Yep. Here's the kickoff by Saunders.
Short.
And it comes to Joey Audia. He's over the 30, 35, and good field position for South Fayette as Audia brings it all the way back to the 40-yard line. Down there for the Rams, number 43, freshman Tyler Bender.
Bender and Vance make the tackle.
So the Highlands defense, which held up well in that first half, going to have to do it again here. Rams having trouble with extra points tonight. A turnover would be nice, says Kenwood, and he's 100% right. The Rams have only forced 5 of them all season. Now would be a good time.
Yep, that'll work.
And one of them was a touchdown. Audia in motion. Naman Alameda. They give us to Franklin. Franklin is hit as he gets to the 41-yard line. Max Weston was there, and also big 50, Jeremiah Nelson.
Defensive line doing a good job here tonight. Nelson beats his 8th tackle.
2-yard gain. It's a very interesting game so far.
And again, Mike, you reported earlier, their leading receiver, Charlie Rossi, out with an injury, has not returned.
Joey Audia, the motion man, to the near side of the field. They're going to play action fake. Alameda back, and he throws, and it's incomplete. He tried to get it to Goodnight, but it hit the turf, and it'll be 3rd down. Coach is upset to our right.
Mike, they like to go over the middle, and they're taking chances over that middle. That time did not work out for South Fayette. Big 3rd down for the goal around. Mike, can you imagine getting the ball back in decent field position?
Why not? Might want to go after the punter this time.
Press coverage now.
Audia, the motion man. Johnny grabs him. Alameda back. Be a good time for a sack, wouldn't it?
We need some pressure.
He's back. He's going to fire it over the middle. Almost intercepted. Christ got 2 hands on it at the 35-yard line. Almost picked off.
South Fayette going to have to punt, Mike. They are not used to doing this, Mike.
No, and their starters aren't used to playing long into the 4th quarter, and that's if that's the case. Newcastle leading Knox 16-7 now. That's a halftime score. Matt Goodland has left the game with a shoulder injury.
That's not good.
I'm telling you, they went 5-0, and they may not make the playoffs. Here's the snap.
He takes a good old time, doesn't he?
He kicks it very, very high. I think you want to get out of the way of that one.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to let it roll.
That's a great bounce. And it's going to roll dead back on the 11-yard line, the 12-yard line. It's a 12-yard line.
Golden Rams take over 1st and 10.
36-yard punt, but the net is 36, and that's all you're looking for. 6:15 to go, 3rd quarter. South Fayette 21, Highlands 12.
A lot of people are going to be surprised, Mike, when they see this score flash across. If we could have just made that 2-point conversion.
The one thing you got to say about our kids is they are tough.
Yeah.
And this has been, the record's the same, but if you've looked at it, it's way different this year. White. No, they got him. And that's Franklin, Quentin Franklin, the big defensive tackle. He got D1 offers, and you can see why. Nothing there for Brock.
Top 5 in 4A. Thomas Jefferson number 1. This team you're seeing on the field right now. South Fayette is 2. Belle Vernon 3. Your Knock Knights, Mike, are still holding 4, but they're dropping fast. Black Hawk is 5.
Kyron Long getting checked out on the sideline for some equipment issues. Here is Timmons, sprints right, looks, going to throw it deep. Christ is down there, he pulls it in at the 37-yard line. What a catch again.
And Chandler Timmons, Mike, had 2 guys draped on him, too, when he threw that ball.
Johnny got to pull himself here. He's got a cramp, I think. Ryan McGuire made the tackle.
Wants to be taken. No, he said stay on. Yeah.
No, he's going to, it must have gotten better quick.
24 on that play?
From the 12 to, yes, sir. And they don't have an answer for Johnny, and especially since Rossi's gone out of the game.
He's now over 100 yards in receiving.
And the Rams get out of Dodge. 1st and 10 at their 36. Clock winds to 5 minutes, third quarter. Lions by 9. Gonna run a toss to Caleb White, near side of the field. Turn it up. Cuts it up and gets something. Up over the 35 to the 38-yard line. Logan Yater in there to make the stop, a sophomore. He's getting a lot of playing time in that secondary with Rossi out. 2-yard gain, which is better than a no-yard gain. That's what you said. Turn it up. You got to get something.
You got to get north and south on those plays. Tim is now with 157 yards through the air.
He's having a really good game. Johnny getting stretched out for that cramp on the sideline by Mike Rizzo.
12 completions for Chandler.
So he's not in there right now. 2nd down and 8.
12 for 19.
Caleb White spins and turns, but they got him. Snyder was down there. He was the man that grabbed him by the back of the shirt, but the first contact was 51 who tripped coming out of there. Bryce Spolnick.
Johnny's still getting stretched out over there, Mike. Not going to be there for this important 3rd down play. They're trying to get him there, but he's still getting stretched. Frankie Girardi's next to him, Mike, and Frankie wants to be a quarterback. He always carries around a little Kansas City Chiefs football.
Because his uncle is coach there.
Yes. And he throws left-handed. How you like that?
I can't think of any lefty Chiefs quarterbacks back in the day, though. I could think of some lefty. Someone's going to have to take a timeout here at the 3:29 mark.
They want to get Johnny back on the field.
They may want to do that.
I don't blame them.
Well, there's no better time than right now to stop into Highlands Tire and Highland Integrity Alignment and see why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley since 1993, and this year voted #1 for auto repair. Founded by Butch Barnett in 1961, Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires and wheels in the Pittsburgh area. And as always, if you don't see it on site, they'll order it for you. Visit HighlandTire.com or call them in Trentham at 724-224-9222. In Natrona Heights, 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. Highland Tire now are offering oil changes at both locations. Service, integrity, price. We deliver.
I get Johnny Cray, 6 catches, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Now, he's had a night.
He's done that to me too. Like he's scratched by the face.
All right, here we go, Mike. Big 3rd down play for the Golden Rams. They're not in 4-down territory, so they got to make it here.
Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with 9, yeah, this is a tough one, huh?
Yep.
Probably not. They're in 4-down territory if you got a nice punt fake. I've been calling for all season.
Johnny up here on the island with McGuire.
Timmons, trouble. Now he's going to run it. Gets around a block from the umpire and gets to the 41-yard line.
Picked up 5, but still
everyone was
5 more.
Everyone was covered.
Johnny looked like he was open for a second, but.
So I think we're going to punt now, yes.
Yeah.
Again, if you have a fake, this is an optimal time. 3:04 to go, down by 2 scores. Are you going to be able to stop them every time the rest of the game?
Yeah, we stopped them one more time than I thought, Mike.
They've done well. The defense has been excellent tonight, and they've been getting better as the season's gone on. Can't say enough about the way they've played and the way they've been coached. Christ boots it.
Well, he tripped over his own man, Mike.
It hits,
Dance.
takes a Highlands bounce, and look at it roll to the 33-yard line. Kyron Long is back out there. He likes to down those punts.
All right, Mike, Highlands got to go back to work on defense.
36-yard punt and no return. 2:35 left of the third quarter.
Highlands with any score the second half. Didn't think we'd be saying that, huh?
What could we use, Mr. Wood? A turnover. Thank you.
Let's see if we can get one here.
I was hoping.
Ken Wood is the keeper of the turnovers back there. You notice how they're how they've slowed down their tempo too.
Yep.
This is Franklin off the left side. Oh, he gets a good hole up over the
Look
45,
out.
50, 45, and pushed out of bounds by Johnny Christ at the 41 of Highlands, and that's their best run of the night.
Yep, just when you think you contain this offense.
And their first down of the third quarter.
Again, Franklin ran for 833 yards last year, averaged 5.9 a carry, got more than that play.
26.
Now they're going fast, Mike.
Well, after the first
And
down.
there's movement before, I think, on them.
It is.
Ball started against the Lions. Ball back 5 yards.
Confused themselves. Hey, I saw confusion in a college game last weekend. I meant to tell you. I forgot. Now, I got to remember who the heck was running it. Auburn ran confusion. They did.
Against Florida?
Against Florida. It didn't work. They confused themselves. They actually did complete a pass out of it, though.
By the way, thanks for the hot tip on Army, by the way.
Sorry. Wake Forest this week. 1st and 15.
Once bitten, twice shy, brother.
I guess they're going to run jet to Audie, and the Rams got him.
We got a
at the
flag,
46-yard
too,
line. Another marker down. Hard hit by Jeremiah Saunders. Let's see what the penalty is. Boy, if that's holding against South Fayette, got to take them back.
Saunders, Mike, came all the way from the linebacker position on the right side to make that tackle on the left. That kid has a motor.
Rams will take that penalty. The flag is back at the 48. It'll take it to the 38-yard line and make it first down in West Trenton.
Pretty quiet over on the other side, Mike. South Fayette brought some people with them, but haven't had anything to cheer about so far in the second half.
1st and 31.
Works for me.
Remember Blackhawk. You can't have a repeat of that.
We had 10 guys on the field that time.
And this is Aiken, who did a lot of the running last week, and he's chased down by Kyron Long across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Maybe Franklin got hit hard when Johnny knocked him out of bounds. I don't know if he hasn't been back in since. This has been a war of attrition for the Lions tonight.
Yeah. Notice, Mike, when things don't go their way, they slow it down. When things go their way, they're right on top of it.
First down. You'll see that on Saturday a lot. And after the first down, teams want to run tempo. And this is college offense. Tonight they've been hitting the mouth. Adia in motion. Aiken the setback. Alameda back on a run a screen. This is Aiken. The Rams are waiting for him.
What a
good
play.
shot by Nelson, or Joaquin Roman.
Joaquin Roman, Mike. Him and Max Weston was impressive about Roman, Mike. He was on the quarterback, and as soon as he released the ball, he got back to make the tackle. How did he do that?
3rd and 23, a 4-yard gain only.
6'5", 290. It's hard to put it in reverse. You know that. He did on that play, though. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Big play. 3rd and long. Aiken motions out of the formation. Alameda back. Looks the other way. Going to run a middle screen. And it's pulled in by Shearer. Shearer's across the 50, but dragged down well short of the sticks at the 47-yard line.
And that was an athletic move by Jeremiah Nelson, Mike. He hit him at the 45, and they hit him again at the 48 to bring him down. Hit him twice.
A 7-yard gain.
And, Mike, I don't think they have to run a play here.
They're probably just going to let the clock run out. No, because the clock is stopped.
Why?
So now they're going to have to run a play because the officials stopped the clock, so the play clock's at 25.
Well, they're coming off the field, Mike. This is crazy. Something's up.
They may take a delay game penalty to punt. I don't think they're aware of the play clock, actually. Play clock's going to run out.
Yeah, they can't get back.
Well, they can call time if they want. They have two choices: call time or take the penalty.
Take the penalty. Yep. Now, but you got to stop the clock, right? You got to stop the clock. And they're going to have to punt now, right? With like 4 seconds to go.
That's correct. Delay against the Lions. Takes it back to the Highlands 48. That makes it 4th down and 21.
And you know, they're a little concerned, Mike, when they're running that clock down.
What a job by the Rams here. The officials want to maybe add some time to the clock.
What's
6 seconds. 7 seconds? There we go. Here's McGuire, and he boots it. It's a knuckleball. It's going to hit and die inside the 20 at the 15-yard line on what will be the last play of the third quarter. The Rams with the only score in that period, as South Fayette hasn't scored in the second half against Highlands in 2 years. The score at the end of 3 quarters is South Fayette 21 and Highlands 12.
Very competitive game here tonight, Mike.
Trivia time is A&B Pizza time. Hello to Pat out there. Call 724-224-5311 to order your A&B Pizza now.
Don't forget Cherry, too.
That's right.
She's working very hard for A&B Pizza. Get out the pineapple if you have it. See if Mike can get this question right. It's a numbers one again tonight, Mike. If you're within 2, you'll be okay. All right? I'll pick a magic number. Talk about 2,000-yard passes, right? How many we've had at South Fayette here over the years. The system repeats itself over and over again. I'm going to only take you back 1 year, Mike. All right. Last year, how many 2,000-yard passers in the 119-team WPIL?
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to go 7.
Well, Pat put the pineapple away. Cheaper by the dozen. 12.
12.
Wow. And what does that tell us? There's just more and more passing.
There's more. Well, you see the South Fayette team, the way they throw the football, and the way the Rams did when they had Seth Cohen, and the way they will with Chandler in the future.
Chandler's had a heck of a night.
He really has.
19 for
He's growing up a little bit every week.
57 yards.
First down Rams on the 15-yard line, trailing by 9. And Timmons is back, and he throws it to the far side. Christ leaping catch up over the 25 to the 29. Highlands first down.
14 yards on that play. Oh, 171.
And Highlands is playing toe-to-toe with these guys.
Yes, they are.
14-yard gain.
146 for Johnny.
First and 10 at the 29. Timmons are going to run a draw play to White, and there's nobody there. All white shirts converge on Brock White at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard loss.
South Fayette's going to know they're in battle here tonight, Mike.
They sure are. Second down, 13. Clock winds, less than 11 minutes to go. Rams trailing at 21-12. Timmons is backing up and in trouble. He gets away. Still going to the 23-yard line.
That's a heck of a run for a 2-yard loss, Mike.
Sure was. Nolan Lutz, the senior inside linebacker, makes the tackle. Let's see what the penalty is.
Yeah, Mike, they might have got him for the crime. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. We had one here earlier on Johnny Christ.
Mike Gaffney, our referee tonight. Also see him during basketball
We
season.
do, yes. I remember him, yep. Does a good job there, too. Yeah, looks like they're going...
Dead ball,
Yep.
personal foul, blow to the head against South Fayette.
That's 8 penalties for 55 yards. Highlands only committed 2 for 20.
I don't know that it's enough for a first down. Let's see.
That's going to be right on the marker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they
it
moved
is
it,
exactly
Mike. Yep.
enough.
Golden Rams on the move here. Beginning of the fourth quarter, trailing 21-12. Again, those missed extra points, Mike, come back to haunt you sometimes.
Timmons juggles the snap a little bit. Now sprints to the right, looking, throws it downfield, incomplete. Just wide at Johnny Christ at the South Fayette 46.
And remember, Mike, the Golden Rams need 2 scores here in the fourth quarter with those missed extra points.
Remember, serving the AK Valley since 1958. A&B Pizza, 2418 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Call 724-224-5311. Tell everyone there Mike and Mike said hello.
Sunday, Kenny hosted a party for the Steeler game. Wasn't a very good party, but we had A&B Pizza up right in our day.
It was a heck of a game. It was very entertaining. The key with the NFL is you can't have a team to root for because it'll drive you crazy. If you're just watching for entertainment, here's Timmons firing it to the sideline, and Christ can't quite get it.
Yep.
He was covered down there by Ryan McGuire.
We talk about personal fouls. That was the worst.
Oh, on Mason? Yeah,
Yep.
it really was.
Also, the one that we got called on us, Mike.
Oh, the terrible one on, Oladaney got to the quarterback, and, I mean, seriously.
Tripped his feet.
And you had that exact same tackle in a game later on, not called as a penalty. That's what I talk about with the NFL.
Why do all the calls go against us?
It seems that way.
Says everybody in the WPL. I mean, everybody in the NFL.
Oh, Johnny makes the catch. Now he tries to get to the sidelines and has nowhere to go. The pass was behind him a little bit. That would have been better for the Rams if it were incomplete. It would have stopped the clock.
Tristan Valdillion showed some sportsmanship picking Johnny up after that play. What did he get on that, Mike?
-3.
That takes him down to 143 on the night.
It's 4th down. What are the Rams going to do? They're going to punt it at 9:39.
I think you have to here, Mike.
Back deep for the Lions, Logan Yater, number 2. 15 is Joey Audia. The snap to Christ, and he boots it. Off the side of his foot and out of bounds. And that one,
Jimmy Erb made a stop on that one.
that one may be less than 10 yards.
You know what? Johnny's got to be exhausted, Mike. He's running routes there. You playing
12-yard
on defense.
12-yard punt. Yeah, and he's been the target here, the primary target the entire second half.
And he's homecoming king on top of it all.
And he's homecoming king on top of it. He had to talk to his subjects and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's going to hurt now. South Fayette will start on the Highlands side of the field again. We talked about it all night. The 23rd time this year that opponents have started in Highlands territory.
Good news, we're at home. You don't have to drive the bus home. See if the defense can hold again, Mike. Done a great job here tonight so far.
1st and 10 at the 48. Now they want to run some time. They gave us to Franklin. And Franklin with his head down inside the 45 to the Highlands 43-yard line.
Roman wasn't giving up that time.
No, he wasn't. Kyron Long was helping.
6 tackle for Roman. 5th for Long. They want to go quick. Why would you want to go quick, Mike? You're up 2 scores. There's 8:50 to go. I'd be milking the clock.
I don't think they know how.
Yeah, it's true.
Speed, speed, speed. Audius breaks a tackle, gets a first down inside the 30, and down to the 26-yard line. The thing is, they're not trying to wind time. They're trying to score, and that's how they play.
Yeah, Jockham's first stop of the night.
18 yards. 1st and 10.
Mike, Johnny's not out there on defense. Jocham is.
Franklin gets hit by Darren Hildebrand straight up at
Laid the wood to him there. Yep. Hildebrand, Roman, Nelson.
is 1. The clock winds to 8:18. It's not the Rams' friend right now. They trail it 21-12. Trips right. And Alameda's going to throw it down
right there.
It's
Yes,
intercepted.
he's got it, baby.
Here comes
He
Hutchins
saw it.
down the
Brock
football. It's Brock White.
foot
He's
race.
going all the way for a Highlands touchdown.
75 yards. How about that, Mike? And we're right back in this thing, Mike.
Brock White stepped in front. There were trips over there. White with his second interception of the year. And it's 21-18 with 7:55 to go. Holy mackerel.
And Mike, Brock is one of those guys, he breaks on the ball fast, and that time he read that trips and took it 75 yards of the house.
So now what are the Rams going to do? I guess she kick, but to try to, and they are. Jockham's coming out there. And this one's sending shockwaves across the WPIAL. And if the Rams win this game,
Oh, we're right back in.
they're right back in it with lots of Gardner points from South Fayette. Signorella holds. Good snap, ball down. Jockham's kick is blocked. Diving in there for South Fayette was number 18, Ryan McGuire. The Rams' inability to make extra points, they could be in a tie game right now.
That's right, Mike. That's the difference right now is those 3 points. And
21-18. Brock White picked it off and brought it back 75 yards for a touchdown.
let's get another one of those, Mike. Wow.
Why not? 7:55 to go. 21-18 South Fayette.
That's Alameda's 8th interception of the year. Remember I said in the pregame, Mike, he threw 4 in the first game against Upper St. Clair. So he's prone to it. Let's see if we can get it done again.
So the Rams will kick it off here with plenty of time left, and which turned into a crazy game. The South Fayette has been unable to score here in the second half. They led it 21-6 at the break. The Rams scored another Johnny Christ from Timmons touchdown, and then White's interception return. Saunders will kick off.
The difference is those 3 extra points, Mike.
It is the difference.
Saunders in the kick. Do we go onside? Pooched.
He does, and it's taken at the 31. And that's number 28, Shea Aiken, the running back. He brings it up over the 35 to the 38-yard line, and DJ Loveland made the stop. And that's where the Lions will take over.
And again, Mike, defense is called upon. They've done it the last few times. Let's see if they can do it again. Scoring on the last possession. Defense goes to work.
First down at the 38.
You can feel the momentum shift, Mike.
Alameda, the quarterback. Maybe they should have been trying to wind Tom off the clock.
I tell you, why would they not?
Franklin into the middle of the line, hit hard at the 41-yard line.
Saunders and Roman.
You can see how frustrated they are. Luke Shearer just took a swing at Brock White. He didn't make any contact, but they're frustrated right now. 2nd and 7 at the 41.
Now they're going to take some time, Mike.
7:23 to go. Alameda, give it to Franklin with a hole to the 45-yard line.
No first down.
The Jeremiahs got him. Saunders and Nelson.
Yep. 3rd and short. Nelson's 11th tackle. Saunders has 8.
3rd down. We'll call it 2.5.
They stop him here, Mike. get the ball back. Plenty of time.
6:40 remaining. 21-18 Lions.
Big play for the defense.
And Alameda throws it to the far side
Oh,
of the field.
there
It's
we
dropped
go.
into and out of the hands of Javon Goodnight. It's 4th down and decision time for Joe Rossi.
And they're missing Charlie Rossi here, Mike. He has not played since late in the second quarter. Really, their offense has been thwarted by the Golden Rams here. They're going to get the ball back.
South Fayette has won 65 consecutive conference games. The only thing missing from this game right now is Dwight Clay.
That's right. Notre
Dame breaking the big UCLA streak on a Saturday afternoon game of the week. And Dwight Clay refs basketball games.
Yes,
We've seen him around the area. Here's the snap. And McGuire punts it. And a dandy.
Fair catch.
Fair catch is called for by Loveland. He fumbles. And South Fayette recovers. Tristan Badillion has it at the 27-yard line. And again, that turnover bugaboo bites the Rams.
Doggone it. What could have been like, huh? That defensive effort was something.
Trying to fair catch, and DJ Loveland muffed the punt.
He's got to do that, though. He's got to try to make the fair catch.
Optimal part being the catch part.
Yeah. By the way, I mentioned my son's football Stiller party. Jeff Sinclair was there. He was good at catching the ball.
Now that's what Sam put him back there for.
Yep.
Now, if you hold him to a field goal, you still got a chance, but you have to. Franklin with a cutback. Oh, big hole through the middle. Weston gets him off his feet, but he gets 9 yards.
Yeah, momentum swung the other way all of a sudden, Mike.
That's one that could take it all out of you.
Yep. Nelson also in on the stop, but boy, oh boy.
And his defense, it's been strong all night and all year, really has to come up with a stand. Less than 6 minutes remaining.
Nobody feels worse than DJ.
Nobody does.
Yeah, he's
Franklin hit by Roman. I don't think he got it. He didn't. They spin him down for no gain. Maybe a short loss on the play. 3rd and a long one.
Nelson helped him down, but boy, Roman really wrapped him up in the backfield for his 9th tackle. 5:25 to go. You're right, Mike. We hold them here to a field goal. We're right back where we started.
You wonder if they'd even go for it, if they go for the first down. I'd like to find out. Franklin spins his way through there and gets the first down as he squirts through the hole.
And unfortunately, we're not going to.
And knocked off his feet at the 14-yard line. It's first down, South Fayette.
And now they'll run the clock.
At the 14 with 5:08 to go.
How many Highlands timeouts, Mike?
Great question. They've used at least one.
Yeah, to get Johnny back on the field. Yep.
$4:50 to go. Could you ask for another turnover? Well, you can always ask. I'll even say please.
Well, they're not taking.
They're using the play clock to their advantage now. Adia in motion. And
there we go.
Talk about jumping the snap count. That was Saunders. I was afraid we were going to get an offside flag, but Saunders just beat the snap count.
Saunders and Weston on that stop, Mike, and that's a loss.
2-yard loss. I'm going to guess with the length of Johnny Christ, he could block a field goal, right?
He almost got the extra point the one time, Mike.
4:05 to go. 2nd and 12. South Fayette at the Highlands 16. 21-18 Lions. Waning moments of the 4th quarter. And Alameda's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Caleb White on the blitz got him from behind. That was close.
Too bad that hand went forward, huh?
That was close. That's the first time they've touched him tonight.
Yep.
The Rams came into this game with 13 sacks, have not gotten Alameda off his feet this evening. Did last week a few times.
And Mike, they shut the clock off.
3rd and 12 on the incomplete pass, just like we always talk about in hoops, right?
Yep.
Highlands crowd alive now. 3rd down and 12. Namon Alameda.
He moved early.
Junior quarterback. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught at the 4-yard line. What a catch at the turf by Ryan McGuire.
They're saying it is a catch.
It's 1st and goal. South Fayette are going to mark him down at the 2. 14 yards, needed 12, got 14.
Wind that play back, Mike. The right tackle jumped. No doubt in my mind. Bryce Bowling jumped that time and he got away with it.
So it's 1st and goal. Franklin dances to the goal line, but he's short. He gets down to the 1, maybe the half-yard line. Saunders thought he might have had him in the backfield there.
Bryson Weston on that play.
Well, this place lit up when Brock White picked that pass off and ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, we haven't heard that loud in a couple years.
And the Rams are getting the ball back, but self-inflicted wounds may have done them in tonight. Franklin is in the backfield. Brock White again with a great play.
White and Saunders, he's hurt, Mike.
Franklin is down. He is. Gets up mighty slowly and drags himself back to the huddle and maybe to the sidelines. So a 3-yard loss. 3rd and goal.
Now why isn't it both clocks are stopped?
Injury to get the man off the field. Yeah. 3rd down and goal. Now if I'm South Fayette, I don't kick a field goal. I go for it for 4 downs and leave Highlands all the way down here.
Yep.
Probably run a quick slant. Alameda back. He looked, it was covered, and he throws it, and it's incomplete. They did, and then the man tried to go back. Loveland had great coverage on McGuire over there, and it's 4th down with 2:18, and the clock stopped.
Well, Mike, we can't kick a field goal, so if I'm them, I'm going for it, like you said.
4th and goal. Is Joe Rossi going to talk about it? He is.
Yep.
2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Timeout. South Fayette. The ball's at the 4. It's 4th down, and Highlands down by 3. Have missed 2 extra points, 1 2-point conversion, and muffed the punt. And turned it over 1 other time.
And that turnover led to a touchdown, too.
And they played great. I mean, the defense especially, and the offense has moved the ball. And in the second half, South Fayette has not scored. This high-powered offense has not scored in the second half.
If they kick, they go up by 6. And you know what? We haven't made an extra point yet. Might kick it, huh?
They might. And here's the thing that goes into that, too. If I'm Highlands, I don't mind it that much. Because then we have gotten great field position on kickoff. So regardless of what they do, you know, I think if I were them, I would go for it. I think thinking about it, Highlands has gotten great run backs tonight. So if you kick and go up by 6 and Highlands gets the ball at the 40, that's tough.
Alameda's out there, Mike.
Now it's discipline because you know they're going to run some sort of a pick route. They like to run those little receivers over the middle and run crossing routes, and guys getting away, and you see defenders falling down.
Clock's going to stop regardless because you change possession.
Right. It's a lot like basketball and those routes in there. You got to fight through the pick, you know? You can't look to the official to bail you out in this situation.
Trips right.
I guarantee you they're going to try to rub somebody off. Or you send 2 guys to the middle and you throw a fade to the corner.
2 to the left, 1 in motion.
And goal. Last chance for Highlands.
Empty backfield.
Alameda throws and it's incomplete. And there were no flags on the field. The Rams have 97 yards to go, but they have a chance.
What a defensive stance, Mike. This is amazing.
97 yards to go, but they have a chance.
Where'd we give them the ball? They got it at the 20? Where we give them the ball to start this drive?
At the 27-yard line. What a great job by the defense.
Unbelievable.
And they took 4 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock.
Highlands with 2 timeouts here.
Rice and Loveland to the right. You know DJ wants to make a play.
Yep.
In the shotgun, Timmons in his end zone. He's back. He looks. He's going to fire it deep. Christ is down there. Almost intercepted. Is intercepted. Off the deflection. Into the hands of Ryan McGuire. Tipped by Joey Audia, and McGuire with the interception at the 40-yard line. Johnny did all he could. Now they're going to talk about it to see if it hit the ground. I thought he caught it. Johnny's going to try to politic for it.
Well,
so's Daniel Timmons.
We can give him a replay.
Nope, he got it. It's an interception. Holy moly.
And Mike, that's the defense we saw all year long with Johnny. Help over the top. When he runs for that wide receiver, he's actually running into the double coverage. And that time he did. Ryan McGuire made the play.
What a play by McGuire to stay with that.
Wow.
If that could have been, you think how close that was to being tipped to Johnny, and nobody's catching him in that case.
And we have the upset of the century.
That would have been miracle at the park.
Yeah.
Again, starting in Highlands territory. And they give us to Aiken. He hasn't had many carries tonight, but he squirts through and spins to the 30-yard line. Short of the first down, which South Fayette will take as the clock keeps running.
Yeah, he had trouble on the exchange, Mike.
2nd and 1.
Highlands should be taking a timeout here, shouldn't they?
Well, it depends how many they have left. I think they only have 2. They might only have 1, and if that's the case, you kind of got to wait. Now South Fayette's going to let that play clock go down. They don't have to snap this until there were 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the game. Well, this is a homecoming we'll never forget.
Yeah.
Aiken gets the first down, and he's brought down by Loveland at the 26-yard line, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, first down.
Rams will call timeout, but with 1:14 to go. And South Fayette looks like they're going to escape with their lives here tonight unless they turn the ball over.
Can't say enough about this defense, though, Mike. Shutting out South Fayette here in the second half. How often does that happen? It's not a mercy rule situation. And, well, we say this a lot of times in middle school games, Mike. We had 3 touchdowns. They had 3 touchdowns.
Exactly.
So that's a tie, right?
That's a well, kind of. What do they say? There are no such thing as moral victories.
Yeah.
But if there are, this would be one.
Yeah.
But this is going to eliminate Highlands from playoff contention. If they could have won this game, they'd have had all the tiebreakers in their favor. But it's still not over. There's 1 minute and 14 to go. And South Fayette still has to execute snaps here, and they've had some trouble with those.
Mike, I think you made a point earlier. I want to concur with you. I think this is the best game we played all year.
I think it probably is.
Because of the quality of the opponent.
The team's gotten better every week. They really have, and their defense especially. And man, this is they're going to take a knee now, as they'll be able to do that. Just executing the snap. What a fight the Rams put up tonight. But South Fayette will clinch a playoff spot and go to 5-0 in conference. Highlands uses their last time out at 1:10.
And again, if you weren't here tonight, show up next week. Last home game against Newcastle.
And that's going to be a big game. Yeah. Newcastle's going to need that one. And we'll see if the Rams can get themselves back up for that after this one. It's going to be difficult.
And Mike, just come watch this defense play. They're a tremendous group to watch.
And the offense held up their end of the bargain tonight. They really did. I mean, against a team, this team is tremendous.
Timmons ends up throwing for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Quite a night.
Yep. Johnny, great night reception-wise, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8 receptions.
The other one Ken Wood mentions to me that I'd forgotten about, when Highlands, Joaquin Roman took the ball away in the first half and they called it not a fumble.
Right.
South Bay ended up scoring on that possession. And that one really hurt. And Highlands would have had the ball across the 50-yard line. So there are a lot of ifs and buts tonight.
Oh, boy.
And this is a night that coaches don't sleep.
Nope. 2-4 now in conference. 2-5 overall.
They have to snap it one more time. It's third down. And South Fayette's going to escape with a 3-point win at Golden Rams Stadium.
Key word is escape, Mike.
It is. It's an escape.
Yep. Hope Charlie Rossi's okay.
Yeah, we do hope Charlie Rossi's okay. His dad, Joe, of course, coached at Riverview, followed the legend Jay Kappa there, and then went to South Fayette. What a tremendous game here tonight by Highlands, and you really got to be proud of them for the fight that they put up. And just short against the number 2 team in 4A, 21-18, South Fayette wins it. Final thoughts, Dean?
Well, like you said, no moral victories, Mike, but this was a heck of a game, and I'm looking forward to Newcastle next week.
All right, thanks to everybody for helping us here tonight. Thanks to Julie McCorkle upstairs for all her help and everyone here in the booth for all theirs. Once again, that final score on homecoming. South Fayette 21, the Highlands Golden Rams 18. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik saying so long, everybody.